All of us, we received very sad news, and this is, I'm sure, touching all of us deeply, and all of us, I'm sure that we are very sad to hear this. With Hatim, we decided to have this meeting very early in the morning to react to this very sad event collectively as a team. The team that we were working with Dr. Fikri, and the team that should continue to work after Dr. Fikri, unfortunately. Before we start our meeting, I will ask Khalid. Where is Khalid? خالد يقرأ بآية من القرآن، وهذا خير ما نفتتح به جمعنا هذا. خالد بفضلك.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا عبادي الذين آمنوا إن أرضي واسعة. يا عبادي الذين آمنوا إن أرضي واسعة فإياي فاعبدون. كل نفس ذائقة الموت. كل نفس ذائقة الموت ثم إلينا ترجعون. والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنبوئنهم من الجنة غرفا تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها. نعم أجر العاملين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. صدق الله العظيم. الفاتحة. If we can stand up for a moment of silence. اللهم إنه في ذمتك وحبل جوارك فقه فتنة القبر وعذاب النار، وأنت أهل الوفاء والحق، فاغفر له وارحمه أنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. اللهم إنه عبدك وابن عبدك خرج من الدنيا وسعتها ومحبوبها وأحبائه فيها إلى ظلمة القبر وما هو لاقيه. اللهم إنه كان يشهد إنك لا إله إلا أنت، وأن محمدا عبدك ورسولك، وأنت أعلم به. اللهم إنا نتوسل بك إليك ونقسم بك عليك أن ترحمه ولا تعذبه، وأن تثبته عند السؤال. اللهم انقله من مواطن وضيق اللحود إلى جنات الخلود. اللهم احمه تحت الأرض واستره يوم العرض، ولا تخزه يوم يبعثون، يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. اللهم يمن كتابه ويسر حسابه وثقل بالحسنات ميزانه وثبت على الصراط أقدامه وأسكنه في أعلى الجنات بجوار حبيبك ومصطفاك صلى الله عليه وسلم.
شكرا خالد. Dr. Tedros, our Director General, wanted to be with us in these very painful circumstances, but he's in Uruguay and now is around 3 o'clock a.m. He couldn't join us, but he promised to join us later on. Not today, but maybe when he will have some time. Of course, Dr. Fikri was not only our boss. He was our boss. He was our colleague. He was, and this is the thing that we need to keep in our memory. He was our friend, all of us, one by one. He didn't miss any opportunity to shake hand to everyone, from the top management to everyone. And this is what we need to keep in our memory about Dr. Fikri. He did it several times in this office. And last week in Islamabad, he insisted to meet at the last day of the RC with everyone who contributed to the RC. And he was very keen to shake hand to everyone and to say thanks to everyone. This is the man that we are going to miss in the next coming days. My message to you colleagues is, we need to stay the team that he wants us to stay or to be. We need to work more closely together and to pay tribute to his memory. And my message to you is, the best way to thank him for the year that he passed with us is to deliver what he wanted to deliver. And we'll do it, inshallah, on his behalf, on his name. He wanted to have a roadmap. We will implement this roadmap together. And we will work as a team. And I will be personally, I'm speaking on behalf of Hatim and other colleague directors, will be part of this team. I will be proud to work closely with all of you to deliver much more that he wanted us to do. This is my message to you today. Let me first welcome our country offices, those who are connecting to us. Unfortunately, some of them couldn't because this meeting is very early in the morning and they are not in the office yet. And also give you some piece of information. Yesterday around 5 o'clock, Dr. Asmus called me from the plane, and he informed me that Dr. Fikri had an attack 20 minutes before landing in Montevideo. And himself with Dr. Vera, the director of the FCTC protocol, they tried their best to resuscitate him, but they couldn't. And when they landed, of course, an ICU team with ambulance came in the plane, and they tried their best. They tried for more than an hour, but they couldn't bring him back. I had the painful task to call the family. I called immediately the family and I informed them about what's happened. They were so generous and so, let us say, accepting what Allah decided. And from my very few interaction with them since yesterday to today, really I came to admire these people who are believing in God and accepting His decision with a lot of humility, and this is what is known about in our culture and in our religion. Then immediately Geneva, they established a crisis team to deal, as you can imagine, with the different aspects of this sad event. Administrative aspect, family aspect, of course communication aspect, and any other aspect. Yesterday you received in the evening a message from our Director General informing you about this sad news, and also he issued a press release to the rest of the world informing about the sudden death of our regional doctor, Dr. Fikri. Of course, since the announcement was done, I was contacted by several ministers, 5 ministers to be accurate, presented their condolences, and also by Margaret Chan, our former Director General, who sent an official condolences. I think today we need to do several things, and maybe Hatim will help me in this because I'm losing my memory. We need to be in connection with our member states, and all of us will be this messenger who should communicate with them to respond to any questions, and we will keep you informed regularly. With Hatim, we will be sending to you emails very frequently to keep you updated about any kind of coming event, when the body will be expatriated, when the funeral will be happen, because you need to know all this information for you to first to know and also to transmit to those who are contacting you. I'm sure that you are contacted by hundreds of people about. We are going to open a corner in our internet web page to receive condolences. We are going to work on something in the intranet. We are going to do several things together today, but any ideas coming from you will be more than welcome. You know, nobody in the room has experience, and I'm sure that nobody went through this experience before. But we need all ideas who can be done to pay tribute to his memory, and this is the minimum of what we can do. We are also planning to send a team to Dubai to attend the funeral. With Hatim, we were discussing to send a group presenting EMRO. Geneva, they are also thinking to see who is going to go there. And later on, we will discuss about who will be in this team. Our plans is to send a group of men and women to be there, because, you know, in our tradition, we need to send men who are going to present the condolences to the men and women to the women, and we'll decide on this. For the coming days, as I said in the beginning, we need to continue to work regardless of what is happening in the administrative and issues. And I think if Dr. Fikri is still with us, this is what he wants us to do. He wants us to work and to deliver, and he says that's 100 times, and we need to continue to deliver. We're going to do our work. We're going to continue to do our tasks as before, even if not in more what we planned. And the administrative arrangement will be decided by DG in next coming hours or days. He will decide, and I had yesterday a teleconference with Geneva on who is going to be acting for Dr. Fikri. And also he will be discussing with the EB chair and the RC chair about next steps to prepare the election. I'm sure some of you will say this is not time to raise this issue, but I want to be transparent with you to see what is now is discussed in Geneva, and I will keep you informed about everything, because this is part of life. We need to deal with these issues. I will stop here because I'm sure, Hatim, I forgot 100 things that you may help me to share with my colleagues, and then I will give the floor to Aziz. He wants to speak, and of course we will speak together. We'll listen to each other if we have any issue to say. Hatim.
Thank you, Jawad. And first, let me extend my deepest condolences to everyone here in the room. I mean, we are on the same level, I guess, and he was the head of the family. So, and just want to emphasize what Jawad was saying. This is a moment where we need to be together, and our doors are open. Anybody who would like to come and talk about it, please. My door, Jawad's door, everybody's doors is open to talk about it. This is how we can really heal each other from this tragic moment. I think Jawad covered everything, but I mean, we will be opening a condolence book here in the office to receive anybody who would like to pay condolences to the organization. We will also be officially informing our member states immediately right after. All the information will be updated on the intranet so that you would be able to follow up with us what is going on and what is the development of it. We depend on you to be patient and also to support what Dr. Fikri has always wanted us to do, and I think we can do it. Ever since he arrived, I mean, there was a lot of good development in this office and in this region, so let's keep it up. Thank you. Aziz.
Thank you, Hatim. Aziz.
Thank you, Dr. Jawad. Thank you, Hatim. It is a very difficult moment for me personally. I got to know the man, not only the RD. And every time I met him, he has one simple message. I need to see the staff here happy. I'm sorry, Dr. Fikri. I cannot achieve this now. Everybody is sad. Just to let you know that after the Dhuhr prayer, inshallah, we are going to have Salat al-Ghaib and pray for him and ask God for him to forgive him and to put him in the paradise, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Aziz. Thank you. I'm sure from where he is now, he will be happy with us, and we will be happy to deliver his roadmap and to implement it, inshallah. Welcome, Yamina. Thank you, Yamina, for joining us. You would like to say a few words?
Thank you very much, Dr. Mahjour. It's a very difficult moment, as you said. On behalf of our Executive Director, Michel Sidibe, because we informed him immediately, we would like to, and on behalf of all UNAIDS family, on behalf also all of our co-sponsor, because maybe they are not this tomorrow, but they send today, but they send me a message. I would like to present our deepest condolence. Yes, we lose a great man, and with human face, with great professional qualities. I think we cannot say more, but we really present all of you our deepest condolence for our colleague Emro and all for our colleague WHO. Thank you.
Thank you, Amina. Thank you for joining us in these very painful circumstances, and thank you for your words.
Just forgot for the country officers who are connected with us, we are going to lower the flag half-mast from now until the funeral. So just for you to do the same. But we will send out a message to all.
Thank you, Hatim. I see Lebanon connected. I don't know if there is any other country office connected, but I will invite them. If anyone wants to take the floor at this stage, they are welcome. If not, I will give the floor to the room here. Anyone want to talk from country offices? Okay, then the floor is yours, colleagues. If you want to say anything, you are welcome. Brahim.
My dear colleagues, I don't know where to start. We heard last evening, and we tried. I called Dr. Mahjour, I called John Jabour, I called everybody to confirm. It was like a shock we all couldn't take. However, it's happened, it's there. They say you don't know a person unless you've traveled with him. I came a very short period. I've been here only 2 months. And I went with him to Somalia, to Alexandria, and to the RC. This man has one of the most beautiful souls I've ever met in my life. He has heart. He wanted to do so much for all of you here. I have recorded from the RC just his inspiration. I couldn't believe how he is so detailed. He knew everything, and it's on video. He knew everything of what he wanted to happen in the whole region. We lost a great man. We lost a man who inspired love. He was so benevolent. Those of you who were at the meeting when we were saying goodbye to our colleague Salwa saw how simple he was, how full of heart, how he was telling her that it's a difficult time, but you will get over it. How he remembered that we went to Muhammad Ahmad in Alexandria to eat. Simple things like that. And he told the whole staff. He was such a lovely human being. But most of all, most important, is the RC. He brought us all together. In the past 2 months, each and every one in this room has contributed to one of the most successful RCs that I have ever witnessed. The president of the country attended. This was all due to your work together and his presence pushing us with love, with benevolence. He would want us all to continue the good work. Dr. Mahjour carrying the major brunt of the work, really, in the office. Yesterday must have been so difficult for him, as it was for all of us. Please, I beseech you all, let's continue the good work. Let's keep the love between us going. Let's keep the spirit he gave us with every gathering that he was always trying to make happen to bring the staff together. من فضلكم كلنا مع بعض نشتغل أكتر وأكتر عشان خاطر ذكرى دكتور محمود فكري.
شكرا Brahim. Thank you very much, Brahim. Mohammed told me that the country officers were mute and now they are not. I don't know if someone from the country office would like to talk. Iran? Hello, Iran? Iran, do you want to talk? Samin, you have the floor. Muhammad, could you fix this technical problem? While waiting for Muhammad to solve the problem, the floor is yours here in the room. To take the floor, he is welcome. Yes, Basil. Sorry, I didn't see you.
It is a very difficult time, colleagues. Very saddening to hear the news, but I always remember verses from Al-Quran. وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. It says, good tidings to the believers, to the patients, who, whenever they are struck with calamity, they say, to God we belong, and we return to Him as well. So this is our condolences. I think the memory of Dr. Fikri will stay with us through good work, hard work, and we'll keep this great man in our mind, in our future. and we all are saddened by this, and let's stick together. Thank you.
I don't know where is Mohammed, but all country officers are sending me messages. They want to talk, but apparently we have an IT problem. Yes, Iran, you are.
Can you hear us?
Yes,
can you hear
Samin.
us?
Samin.
Jawad, can you hear us?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So good morning to all of you on behalf of the country office in Iran, and of course on behalf of some of the regional office colleagues who are currently in Iran. We would like to express our very, very deep condolences on this shocking and very, very sad news. May Allah rest the soul of Dr. Fikri in peace, and may give him a place in the highest place in the paradise. I think we will remember, as you said, with very fond memories, the last year or even less, the roadmap that he provided to all of us. I completely agree with you, Jawad, and the team there. It is for us to implement. It was an excellent document which he delivered, and it is for us to now see how we can realize that. A testimony of what he was giving, I have to say, I've just landed, was the success of the regional committee in Islamabad. And I think the way it was organized, the way he was there, I have to say it is one of the best that I have seen. And a lot of credit has to go to the way he led this whole regional committee, that happened in Islamabad. I also need to say one more word about, on behalf of the Iranian team that met RD in Islamabad. And after the meeting, the Iranian team said that we have a wonderful RD, and these are the words that I am saying on behalf that came out. He was gaining respect from all countries for the work that he was doing, and I think that was a great achievement. So I think we just need to continue. We are all saddened. My colleagues are all present here, and we, as you said, will continue to see how we can realize his vision. So that is what I'm going to say on behalf of my colleagues. I would now, I think, hand it back to you so that other colleagues can also express their views on this very, very sad news.
Thank you, Samin. Thank you very much. I know that Muhammad Asai would like to speak as well. Muhammad, you have the floor.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This news is really unbelievable, particularly for the WHO Office Pakistan team, who had opportunity to meet Dr. Fikri 2 times during last 7 months. He was so kind, down to the earth, supportive, and a real friend, as mentioned by DPM. We lost really a unique leader in WHO who planned to create and bring reform in the WHO for Eastern Mediterranean region. He was very much happy during the regional committee, and he really coordinated and met high-level officials in Pakistan, and he appreciated very well everybody. 250 people he invited on the last day from the Ministry of Health, and appreciated their efforts in a very, very best way. And I believe that his memory and his really friendship and leadership will stay with all of us as a model. Thank you very much for this opportunity given to us, and on behalf of all the WHO office staff in Pakistan, I pay condolences to his family, to yourself, and to the management in Emro and headquarters. Thank you, Jawad.
Thank you, Muhammad. And now we move to Hussein Jafar. Hussein Jafar, you have the floor.
Thank you, Jawad. And even both myself, we are sitting here with our Tunisia and Libya staff. And it's extremely difficult to get myself composed because ever since I came from RC, I was just telling my colleagues how the RD was happy and how he was appreciative of the work of the WHO and the member states, and how he was so effectively leading both the political side and the technical side of the regional committee. So I I'm really I'm not sure whether what I say is coming in a composed sense, because the composure is a challenge at this moment. But on behalf of our staff here in both country offices, we offer our deepest condolence to his family and to his friends and to the regional office colleagues and the senior management. But I think what we lost was not only a leader, but I think a humane leader. And the personal touch and the personal humane touch he would always bring into his discussion or interaction with the staff, wherever they were, I think was unprecedented. He was here, he met all the staff from both offices in May, and I tell you that every second person around or everybody around the table is crying. And this shows how respect he could, how much respect he could garner from the core of the heart of the staff. Jawad, we are standby. I fully agree with you. The best way to reward him or to his soul is that we follow what he put for us, not only as a roadmap but also the spirit of working together. And we are standby as an office, as individuals, and we will continue to work with you and listen to you how you would like us to move forward. But we assure you that we will try our best, and with a strong pinch of sadness also, because we lost our head of family. But we will implement what he left behind as a legacy. But I don't believe we will be able to come over it in days or weeks. That's the imprint he has left on our hearts, and that will continue with us. So thank you, Jawad, and we are one family, and we share the sorrow, but as well as we also are ready to work as a family to move forward.
Thank you, Jafar. Thank you. Eve, you would like to add something, or?
Yes, let me just add to what Jafar said. Of course, we are all very, very sad in the room, and we extend our condolences to the family, but also to our regional office colleagues, people who are working on a daily basis with Dr. Fikri. I had the chance to when I was in Morocco to have twice Dr. Fikri in the country, and I know that the team has received him in May also, the Tunisian team, and the words have already been said. He was really not only a leader, but he was a man who liked people, a man who liked life. It was people. It was possible to love with him, and it was. Let me just add one point that made me very familiar. He was a generous person, a very generous person. When I see him with people, with the guards, with the cleaners in the offices, it was something that a leader has not always the quality. So he will miss us now, and of course we'll continue to work to make sure that the roadmap that he has developed will be implemented in the countries we are serving.
Thank you, Eve. Thank you. Chris Maher, are you connected?
I think I'm connected, Jawad. Can you hear us?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks, Jawad. I won't take too long, because I think our colleagues have said much of what we all think and feel. Just on behalf of all of the WHO departments and offices in Jordan, in Amman, we all, I believe, were equally shocked and saddened to hear of Dr. Fikri's passing. I was thinking, as some of our colleagues were speaking, that one of the reasons I think that we are so directly affected is that in the space of 1 year, Dr. Fikri managed to cover a tremendous amount of this region. So he met a lot of us individually. a lot of us did shake his hand or directly interact with him. Some of us, of course, spent quite a bit of time in his company. So it's much more significant, of course, for us that he's not just a name. He's a person, an individual whom we met and we liked. We, of course, all pray that now he can rest in peace. And we stand ready to support the team in the regional office during this transition period, what's likely to be a very difficult period. But we stand ready to support you and our country office colleagues to the fullest extent possible. I'll leave it there, Joel.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Move to Iraq, Altaf.
Thank you, Dr. Mahjour. On behalf of all the team in Iraq, as well as the senior leadership within the United Nations mission in Iraq, as well as the government, I've also, as you mentioned, received calls. We pay our condolences to the colleagues, but most importantly to his family. We know that this is an extremely difficult time, and many of us, I think Chris had said it very nicely, that in a very short period, Dr. Fikri has managed to not only touch our minds and pushed us to deliver more, but also touched our hearts. And one thing that has struck me personally is his kindness, and I think Dr. Kadani, you had mentioned this, that he's such a kind man, and he will be remembered for all these attributes, but he was just so approachable. I know that a number of my staff have met him in meetings in Geneva and Cairo. We haven't had the honor to have him here, but we would like not only for his soul to rest in peace, but for you to convey to his family that he will be remembered, and that we are incumbent upon all of us to take his work forward, and please pass our direct condolences and pray for his soul to his family, that he will be remembered and we will take his work forward. So thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Altaf. Naima.
Our condolences to all of us. Dr. Mahjour, thank you for this.
Colleagues in the country office, could you keep your mic silent? Mute. Go ahead, Naima. Naima, go ahead. We are not hearing you, Naima.
Assalamu alaikum.
Naima, we have an echo when you unmute your mic. We have a big echo. Could someone in your team fix it, and we'll come back to you?
Okay, doctor, can you hear me now?
Yes, much better. Yes, Naima, go ahead.
Okay. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Condolences to all the WHO family, to you, Dr. Mahjour. Appreciation from everyone here for you and for management. Dr. Fikri visited Sudan twice, made a major impact, not only on the officials, but also on the most simplest people. During his visits, he shook hands of everyone. The messages from his staff, his kindness, his humbleness, his generosity, his kind heart, and more importantly, his concern about the staff, each single of us. The security was of his concern, reduction of anxiety of the staff, and also the concern on how we work together. To date, Dr. Mahjour, we are going to continue with your support his path. Our condolences to his family. We are working today. I have 3 missions, colleagues from WHO regional office and headquarters. The decision was they will continue. We will bring their condolences to you and to the WHO team. They are in the field with the ministry, as you directed, and DG, that we continue the flagship. I would like to say one of the things the WHO staff said today, given his role, maybe we want to have an award mobilized with his name, which reflects his generosity in one of his flagship areas. In Sudan, he pushed for 2 things, NCD and NTDs. This is something that you asked us to think about. So I thought I will share it at this stage with all of you. kindly convey our condolences. And I have sent you the message that we are going to support the implementation, and we will not stop. We will continue his caring, the messages of his love for music, for laughter, and joy with everyone. All the ministry people started to come in the morning and calling Dr. Jawad, and would like you to convey their condolences to you and to WHO regional office and to the DG. And today afternoon, the opening of the condolences is happening at the office for all the entities, especially diplomatic corps, who have been calling us since morning. Thank you, Dr. Jawad, and condolences to all, Hatem, Ibrahim, you said it very well, Basel, all my peers all over the countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Naima, and please convey our thanks to His Excellency who called me yesterday to present his condolences. Oman, Akjimal. Oman.
Thank you, Dr. Jawad. Good morning, all colleagues. On behalf of the WHO country office and member states, also to convey deepest condolences on untimely death of Dr. Fikri. He has visited Oman in September, and we were fortunate to have a few moments with him. And we remember as staff, we all have been very, very comfortable with him, with his kindness, with his generosity, with his patience also. We are opening Book of Condolences today, and we are informing diplomatic corps. I was in touch already yesterday with the Minister of Health, and they would like to attend funeral. And what would be important is to keep them informed about transportation of the body so they can make their own arrangements. This was, I think, the main message Minister wanted to communicate and request WHO. Also, we would like to assure our support from Oman. We will continue directions given by Dr. Fikri with support from EMRO, and I would like also to support Nalima's suggestion about opening the funds. In Oman, RD wanted to support NCDs. This was a flagship for him, for Oman. And I understand that communication will be centralized. We don't need from country offices to be communicating officially to member states. Dr. Jawad, please confirm this. But we are going to send the information to diplomatic corps. Again, all condolences to my colleagues, to my friends, to Dr. Fikri's family.
Thank you, Akjimal. Just to confirm that after this meeting, I will be sending a letter to all their excellencies, the minister, to officially inform them, and we'll do that on behalf of Dr. Tedros. Last on my list is Morocco. Hashri, Dr. Al-Hafid.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Mahjour.
Go ahead, Morocco. Go ahead.
دكتور محجور. السلام عليكم أسرة منظمة الصحة العالمية. All Morocco staff present at this room keep an excellent memory about Dr. Fikri rahimahullah. He visited Morocco at 2 times, and he met Princess Lala Selma, he met Prime Minister, Secretary General of Ministry of Health, and also a private university, Mohammed VI. His commitment with the Ministry of Health and also with the government was highly appreciated. Personally, I met him recently in Cairo, and he promised us to attend a national conferences about health and SDGs, which is planned next November. So, in the name of our staff, to present our condolences for all WHO staff, Dr. Fikri family and friends. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Thank you.
Shukran, Hafid. Thank you very much. Lebanon?
Yes.
behalf of Dr. Riedner and on behalf of the whole team here at Beirut, I would like to convey our sadness and condolences. Dr. Fikri has been very fatherly with our office, and he gave us his attention 3 times this year, and he encouraged us with whatever he could. I personally know Dr. Fikri for more than 20 years. I know the kind man he is. I know that this is a man who kept his integrity despite leading positions he got in his career and in his life. We will be missing him a lot. We will be missing his fatherly look at all of us, and we are praying for his soul to rest in peace. We shall be waiting for your final instructions before we inform the diplomatic corps and the UN and the other concerned people, so that we give him due tribute as you wish, as he would have wished as well. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un, and may his soul rest in peace.
Thank you, Ali Sar. Thank you very much. I don't have any country in my list unless that
Palestine.
Yes, Palestine. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. On behalf of Palestine WR, Dr. currently in Gaza, and really he tried to connect from Gaza without success. And on behalf of WHO team in Palestine, we are sharing our deep condolences to the Dr. family, to Dr. Fikri family, and also to the regional office colleagues. And we just received a call from the Deputy Minister of Health, Dr. Ramlawi, who expressed the sadness and condolences of His Excellency Minister of Health of Palestine and the government for Dr. for the WR, for the regional office. But I want to say now that Deputy Minister mentioned that in the last RC committee in Islamabad, Dr. Fikri was really very supportive to the Ministry of Health in Palestine and to the programs in Palestine. رحم الله الدكتور فكري رحمة واسعة وأسكنه فسيح جناته وأنا لله وأنا إليه راجعون.
شكرا جزيلا. Any other country office? Oh, I see no more country offices in the floor here. Yes, Ahmed.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I have known Dr. Fikri for more than 12 years when I used to work in the Emirates. He's definitely someone to be remembered and to love. He is a humble person, he's a loving person, and he is someone who has very important achievements in public health in the Emirates and beyond. He has been very much into people since he came to this office beginning of February. He made it a point that he is close to each and every one, P's, G's, everyone in the office. And we have seen in Alexandria, Dr. Ibrahim, that he stood there with the Institute of Public Health, shaking hands with each and every graduate of the Institute, more than 100 of them, standing there for 2 hours, making sure that he is there for them, and he is close to people, and he is to be remembered for these wonderful traits. And on this occasion, Dr. Mahjour, I was just wondering if the office could liaise with his family to have an award in his name, just like we have with Shusha Foundation and others. I think this is someone who is to be remembered, and he is someone for whom we say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ya ayyatuha an-nafsu mutma'inna, irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyya, fadkhuli fi ibadi, wadkhuli jannati. Sadaqallahu al-azim.
Okay, Naima, I think you want the floor again? Hello? Okay. شروق.
أنا بس I just wanted to say that I won't ever forget that RD's first priority was the G stuff. He requested to meet with the G-Staff representatives, maybe the second day he came to the office. During this meeting, he said that we're all his sons and daughters, and he emphasized that his comfort and happiness depends on our comfort and happiness. He promised, and in a very short period of time, he kept his promise. So I myself owe Dr. Fikri a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Shuruk. Any other words? Let me, before to conclude this gathering, first to thank all of you, all those who spoke and expressed from the heart what they think and what they would like, they wanted to share with us. Let me also thank those who didn't take the floor, because I can understand that in these circumstances it's very difficult to say, and any word that you may say will not express what you are feeling inside, and this is at least my case. But I'm obliged to speak. If I was in your position, I would not take the floor, because it is very hard to express yourself when you are in very painful circumstances. Our RD, original director, passed away while he was on duty. He was traveling for work, and we should not forget that. And before he had his heart attack, he was reading again his speech that he was going to deliver. I'm quite sure, knowing Dr. Fikri, that this is what he wants us to do from now, after this meeting. He wants us to continue to work very hard to bring support to the people of this region, because they need support and they need us. We cannot afford to not to work and to stop working. Although all of us, we are sad, all of us, we are in very painful circumstances, but we need to work. And collectively we'll support each other. As Hatim said, all our offices are open. We need to support each other, we need to talk to each other, and we need to absorb this big shock and continue to work. And this is the minimum that we can do to pay tribute to his memory. And this is what he wants us to do. I don't want to close this meeting without thanking one person, and really from my heart, Dr. Asmus. He was just great, because he was with him to the last minute. He was taking his hand, he was taking care of him, he thinks of belonging, and he was keeping me informed every 2 minutes. And this is such a great person that I respect from my heart. We were not there, but he was there, and he represents all of us. And thank you, Asmus. I will tell him when he came back, but I don't want to miss this opportunity. Two of your words on personal basis, because I tried to not to be too emotional, but I cannot not say two things. When Dr. Fikri was elected in this room last October, the first thing that he did, he came to me and he took me to this room, what we call the DG room, and he told me, Jawad, I want you to stay with me, and please assure all the staff that I'm not going to make any changes. They are my team, and I'm here to work with them. And this is, you cannot hear it from a normal person. You should be have a big self-confidence on yourself to say this word from the day one. And this is what he did. He didn't come with this, not to say a lot of changes, and he kept the team and he worked with us very closely. Unfortunately, he's not here with us to continue to work with us, but we will deliver. We want us to deliver. And on a personal note, he didn't miss any opportunity to thank me, and it was just too much. Every time that we do something, he thanks me and asks me to thank the people who delivered it. And I will miss one word from him, and the word is Maga Sarti Jawad. Thank you very much.